This is American Groove, a Lost in the Groove segment. I'm your host, Dave. So, this is part 2 of Day Tripper. Let's take a listen to where we last left off last week.
Like, it's weird. I think that people use a lot of their social media to show off who they are, and prove that they are who they want to be. Like, they use their Instagram to say, here, see who I am, see all the things that I do, everything that I am, see all my photos, see all my videos, see me. And I think that it would be really difficult to just say I am who I am with no social media at all. Imagine it. You have no platform to show anyone to say, this is who I am. You know, you got no photos of all the things that you do and pictures of you with your friends. And there's no way to just look at you and just say, oh, that is who that person is. So, I think people use their social media to create who they are. They set up a storyboard of this is who I am. Look at me.
All right, so that's just a little snippet of part 1 of Day Tripper. Carissa giving off an amazing point of how we are with social media. We are addicted to this crazy shit, and we are fucked for the next 100 years. But anyway, let's jump into Day Tripper part 2.
Having good vibes with your bones and joints. Taking a trip into the groove. American groove. American groove. Into stoner world. Gonna fly.
And it's kind of creepy. It was just a stoner thought that I had the other day, because that's what we do here. We share stoner things. We didn't do the fun
100%.
stuff where we talk about what we're smoking. I know I just got a new strain. Here, you tell what yours is, and then I'm listening, but I'm gonna get my box so that I know what mine is.
Right ahead. So we have Sunburn Cannabis, located here in Florida. They have a location in South Florida, in Fort Lauderdale, and in West Palm Beach. The flavor that I'm smoking is a 1 gram. I believe it's grape pie. I don't know if they still have these in stock. It's got a really good, mellow, chill vibe. It's a little spicy once you get down to the bottom, but it's oh so smooth. Oh, so smooth. It's good.
What do you mean spicy?
It's got a little bit of a kind of leaves a sharp taste in the back of your throat.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Yeah, but it's kind of I don't know. I just think it's
No one's ever gonna let us sponsor him.
But no, all seriousness though, I think it's my pen. But Sunburn makes really good vape pens. I think they're $50. Cool thing is, they have discounts all the time. You can get some of these for $25. You can get 2 for $50. So instead of just getting 1 for $50, get 2 for $50.
What, a full gram? 2 for $50? Full grams? Or half grams? Yeah.
No, full grams.
No,
1
that's
gram.
really good.
Yeah, great deal.
Basically $25. Yeah.
Right down here in South Florida, and they deliver. So if you're a lazy motherfucker and you don't want to get out of bed, go on their website.
That's really
Sunburn
cool.
Cannabis Dispensary. Yeah.
Do they do tax for you guys? What's your tax like down there?
I don't know,
You don't
actually.
notice it. If you don't know, then it's not that bad. Yeah.
No, it's not. It's really not that bad. Well, the cool thing about a lot of the cannabis, it's kind of weird how we're getting into this, but I love this.
We gotta talk weed sometimes.
Oh, 100%. Sunburn, they grow their cannabis here in Florida, which a lot of farmers have to grow in state because of rules and regulations and passing things over state lines. But their growers are really great at creating these really classic and groovy and funky flavors. Grape pie. Petrol Station was an awesome flavor. They had bitter chocolate, which was fucking bomb. I think they had a margarita flavor. They're just really passionate about what they're doing, and I just love the creativity and just
That's cool.
Downright groove. Okay, we're American groove. We're lost in the groove. And I feel like Sunburn has been talking about this for 3 minutes. I hope we get sponsored. Please, Jesus, bless you.
We are sponsored. It's
We are
just,
sponsored.
for free.
Yeah. What about you? What are you smoking over there?
Well, first off, I wanted to show you my munch.
My
This is
munch.
my
Sour Patch
munchies.
Kids. Okay.
I got a big bag of Sour Patch Kids because it was like $1 more than like the little box that you would like buy at a movie theater,
Okay.
because those were there. But then
A
there
movie
was like
theater is a
this.
great example of cheap candy. A movie theater is a place you go for cheap candy, 100%.
Fuck no! I was trying to show
I'm
you
joking.
like I was trying to explain like the proportion of
I
the
know.
other size. And that was all they had was just like the box or this. So I was on the phone with you the other night and I was like crying or something because that's what I do. And
I moan and bitch, and you cry. Yeah.
I was like, meh. And you were like, girl, you need Sour Patch Kids. And I was like, would that make everything better?
Yes, my solution for a lot of things is candies. Hershey bars, Snickers, Sour Patch Kids. Like, you call me up for advice. I'm like, bitch, go out and buy some fucking Ben and Jerry's. Like, right now, get the whipped cream.
You do.
Get
You're like, get in the car.
get in the motherfucking car. Like, go there, get the shit. I just feel like you have to be able to like motivate yourself, especially like when you're a stoner. Because trust me, we're paranoid motherfuckers. Okay, let's be honest. We're paranoid as shit.
Falling apart.
Everything's fucking falling apart. And the thing is, you need to be able to like get on your A game personally for like yourself. Especially like I've heard people that are cannabis smokers and they're bodybuilders. Use that like cannabis energy when you're doing your workout. I'm serious.
Yeah.
It's just a really great way to enhance yourself in regards to like mental health. Again, like I cannot talk
yes.
so strong about mental health because it's so important to me. Fucking never talk about that shit, bruh. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's so important. It's so fucking important.
I am smoking.
Yes.
This is Imperial extracts.
Ooh.
They are my favorite. This little box is like the coolest little strange box. It's like
what's the flavor?
It's like a little puzzle and it has this little like circle that pops in and out and then it like locks it shut.
Okay.
My flavor is I got an indica. It's Skittles spelled with a Z.
Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. A little classy, a little fancy. All right. All right.
It's got like all these little like tested by blah 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 blah.
What's the name of the What's the name of the brand?
It's 91% for a vape. And that is fucking nuts. Like,
bless our Lord. What's the name of the company?
Imperial Extracts.
Imperial Extracts. Ooh.
They're the one with the B.
Check it out.
And like what I like about them is that the tip of their cartridge is yellow.
It's yellow.
And I can like always spot it in my purse like really quick. I don't know. It's kind of cute.
Awesome.
Like, I have a thing for bees, so like I totally love this like packaging. Like I was like, ooh, I want like a little bee on my vape. Their price is insane. Like it's like
how much
$20.
are they?
$20
for
like
1 gram?
A whole gram. Yeah.
Wow. That's great.
Yeah. So I went my pot store, like I think it's like the 20th of every month or something like that. They do like 20% off.
What's the name of the
what are they? HHC? I think they're HHC.
Okay, I'm gonna Google this right now. You keep on talking. This is what we do best. Okay, go.
Well, they have like I know they send me like a text message thing all the time. And so like they'll always like tell me their deals and whatever.
HHC.
It is. It's HHC.
It's HHC.
Like,
so
they have like a big pretty tree.
Ooh. So for any of our California listeners, because we got our Floridians down here, and we probably have our California listeners as well. HHC, and
they're in Van Nuys. It's a collective, so HH Collective. But they do like a lot of good deals and whatever. But I went on the day where they gave like 20% off everything and I bought 3. And I did that probably like maybe a couple months ago, and I'm finally like I opened the very last one.
Whoa.
And another trick that I tell people when you do deals like that, like, because I was like, right now I have money. I know I'm not gonna have any more money, like, so I'm gonna like stock up on the
Spend it.
day.
Spend
No,
it.
no, I was like, I'm gonna get like my money's worth. I'm gonna
Right,
try and
right.
like
No, no, of
have
course.
enough shit to smoke for the next
Yeah.
like 3 months so that I can get
Right.
by. And
100%.
so I went in there and I like stocked up, on like the time that I could get it like really, really cheap. Cause like this thing is like fucking like $20. So if
Yeah.
I can get like all of them 20% off, I'm getting a really good deal.
So you basically cost you $55 altogether for all three if it's
It's
20% off.
amazing. Like it's just
Yeah.
like
That's
that's all
awesome.
I need for a while.
Yeah. Well, I usually run, this is crazy. I usually run out of 1 gram in a week. So I
I've been
usually,
doing a lot better, like but what I was saying is, like, when you
yeah.
stock up, buy 3 different kinds,
Oh, okay.
mm
That's what I
and
try
this
to
was
do.
a thing that I told my friend Hannah, she was like, sometimes I feel like we just, like, smoke the same weed all the time, and, it just, like it doesn't get me high anymore," and I was like, "Why do you buy the same strain all the time?" Like, "What?" Like,
Zhuzh it
"Excuse
up, honey.
me?"
Zhuzh.
Like
Zhuzh that motherfucker up.
you're accessing different reactions,
You need
So,
different
like, you
terpenes,
kinda need to,
different.
like, break it up in between, like, the strains so that you get, like, different, like, highs and buzzes and all the fun feelings,
Oh, yeah.
Like so I feel like,
Just did another.
break it up, and if they don't have,
Oof.
a whole lot of things, get 2 of one and 1 of the other and put the oddball in the middle.
Right.
I don't know if that makes any sense.
No, it does. It does. It's just about like really creating just a health. See, I've been a stoner
It's
for
all
about
about
4 years.
you.
I've been a stoner for about 4 years, and I've been a consistent
Since you met
stoner.
me.
I've been a consistent smoker and stoner for the like past 2 years. And one thing I've learned is you got to be able to learn how to experience. And the thing is, being like, Corinna, you don't have to be like that. I'm serious. You can be like we are right now. Just our brains are just like, and we're just like, hello, how are you? Let's do this motherfucking shit. I use it as a way to like build energy, help me sleep, kind of keep myself in shape and balance. You learn how to work with it. And the cool thing is, there's so many great fucking products out there, like Sunburn. You talked about the place that you're out there. There's I think there's one that we like. It's called Jeter's. You know, the one that has a straw in it. There's a
Yeah, we
lot
like
of,
the company.
oh, their shit is fucking great. There's just so many cool things and interesting products to try. I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Okay, if you take Strawberry Kush one more motherfucking time, honey, I'm gonna whoop your ass. It's good shit, but nah, come on, gotta
No, just
shush it
don't smoke
up,
the same thing all the time
shush it up.
if
That
you
should be our
can.
catchphrase. Shush it up.
I think that's your catchphrase.
I think that is my catchphrase. Yes. If Taylor Swift hasn't copyrighted it yet, I have to. Yeah, we'll talk about this off the air.
Taylor Swift.
Ooh, no, we're not going to talk about Taylor Swift. I've had enough conversations about that.
You're like, I don't want to talk about
No,
Taylor Swift anymore.
no,
I
no.
wanted to tell you that one of my clients, like, because
Mm-hmm.
I was doing makeup, one of my clients smelled like really, really heavily like weed. And
That's me.
like
Okay, yeah,
no, like when like I was in like the business world, and I was like in my professional face because we were talking about how like in different situations you have different relationships with different people. And
right.
so like in that world, I'm not like stoner Carissa, which like it's not wrong that I'm not like showing every part of who I am. It's just a different role that I'm playing at the time. But I'm like doing this girl's makeup and she smells like weed, man. Like she smells like so much weed and I want to be like, "Girl, you smell good." But I'm like,
Let's go
no.
in the back. Like after we're done this makeup, I'll be like, let's go in the back, girls. Come on. Come on. Let's do this. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I think she went to the BET Awards, and she said
Damn.
that I think that was this weekend, and, like, I asked her where she was going, and she said that she was
She
but she
told
said
you?
it real low and fast, you know?
Okay.
And I just, like, assumed that she said BET Awards,
Okay.
but then I was like, "There's no way," you
Hold
know?
on.
Like, I was like, "You gotta be kidding me." But was it this weekend?
I'm gonna
Because if
check
it
right now.
was, then it's possible, but it could've been any acronym awards.
Sunday, June 25th, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m.
June
Um,
25th, which day
June
was
25th.
Saturday?
Today, no,
No,
today,
yesterday.
well, we're recording right now. I believe it is, I don't even know what today, the 26th. Today, it was yesterday. It was the
It was
25th.
yesterday.
Yesterday. Well, not for you listeners. So this is coming out later, but for us, yeah. Where was
Well,
this
I
actually?
don't
Was
know,
this in, where's
no,
this?
'cause I did her makeup on Saturday, so unless it was, like, a pre-party.
Oh, probably. That's probably what it was.
She said, "I'm not accepting an award," and I was like, I mean, like, it's not a big deal that you're going, that's really cool." But,
Wow.
yeah, she said somebody else was, whatever, but it was really neat, like, I don't know, I'm just
I want an
jealous.
award. I want, I want a stoner award. Okay, I want it to be a weed trophy, right? And I get to come up on stage and be like, "Peace out, motherfuckers."
You should patent that idea right now, the stoner awards. I bet there
Um,
are stoner
well, there
awards.
probably is. Yes, 100%. But
Yeah.
I don't have the lung capacity of Snoop Dogg, unfortunately. So
The
there's a certain.
stoner I don't know, stoner
This
awards
is
would
a.
just be, like, given out to, like, people who are just, like, really high, but you don't have to, like, out smoke each other, you just gotta be, like, a champion smoker.
It's also
Wouldn't it be
like,
great if just everybody got a trophy? Like, it's just, like, a participation award? Like
bro, bro. Look, let's be real over here for a sec, okay? What we're doing, by the way, you can't just pick up a joint and do the shit that we're doing. It it's hard. Like
ego?
trust me, when you're a beginner smoker, like you beginner stoner, you can't do
You
this
just
shit.
laugh. You just
You
laugh, like, you don't
laugh.
do it.
You don't do
You
anything.
don't
You just
talk, you just, like
sit there like you just laugh at everything. You're like, Google's
I still do that,
yeah,
but
you still do that off camera. We've practiced. We've practiced this, Carissa. We've practiced this. No bubbles. No
there's
bubbles.
still certain places that I can't be high at, like, it's, like,
Oh yeah, one
too like, I don't wanna be.
risque. It's too risque.
I don't know.
What do you
Risque?
mean? Yeah, very risque.
Yeah.
You
I don't
turn me
know.
on to that word. I hate that now. You okay?
Do I say that?
Yeah, like you have
Is that
this
a word that I use?
yeah, like you have a tendency of like turning me on to these words that you don't know this. Like there are words that we've talked
Where
about.
do my words come from? I
I
was thinking about,
don't know either.
like I was
You just tell
thinking
me them. It's so random
no, I do.
sometimes.
I just add these random words into the sentences that I use, and I'm like, like today I was like thinking about something, and this giant vocabulary word came into my head as I was like going through it in my mind, and I was like,
What's
why?
the word?
I don't know. I was having a thought when I was parking at the mall, and I remember
Damn
being
it.
like, why do I think that way? Like, where does this come from? And I was like, it must be from like watching television when I was a child or something. Like, I would just like listen to like, I don't know, I used to watch like Frasier, and they're always like outwitting each other like all the time. And I think that's kind of like where this like, like trying to find these like big words to explain like the feelings that you're having. Like, well, once I get acclimated, everything will be okay. It's like, what the fuck? Like,
Acclimated. Ooh, that
calm
was a nice
calm
one.
down, like, just but it's crazy how much just the word acclimated says. It
Yeah.
almost says a whole sentence
Okay.
just in one word.
Let me bring up the definition. Homo. Acclimated. I can't spell it.
That's
There
what
we,
it's quite interesting where you get these bigger words that kind of just explain, like, an
okay.
entire
Okay.
scenario.
So
Like, it
past
means
tense.
adapting. to
So it's
substance.
past tense. That's the thing. Acclimated, so it's acclimate.
Yeah, once you get
Acclimated is yeah,
acclimated.
and it's become accustomed. So there's see what you said that before. There's more to it. So accustomed to a new climate or to new conditions.
Yeah, dude, it's like an entire scenario all in one word. It's a pretty word.
And it's a technical word, which is crazy. So,
Acclimated.
yeah, respond psychologically or behaviorally to a change in an environmental factor under controlled conditions. We can go deeper.
Yeah, it's an environmental thing, you know? Like it has to do with like entering something new. Words fascinate me. I
I
I,
love
I love
that.
how they all kind of like spring from Latin and how they have like old
In German.
meanings and they stem off of things. Yeah, Germanic language.
Mm-hmm.
It's really beautiful, but you know, yeah, like I was talking about, I got an additional job because I have to have two to survive, and I'm trying to save up money for nursing school, and you know, it's just I'm trying to get acclimated to this new area that I'm working at, which I'll keep unnamed, and I just am not acclimated yet. To put it easy. But
Word of the
I'm
day.
trying really hard.
Mm-hmm. You're doing a
Yeah.
really good job. I mean, first off, you're very hard on yourself, 100%. The amount of times you have been so hard on yourself, I'm just like, I want to slap you because you work 100% harder than I do, like 1000%. And even more than that, it's like you have created more opportunities for yourself than you ever have in like, I don't even know how long since I've known you. Um, but
Ugh.
the interesting thing about us people is as time progresses and when we not necessarily look back at the past, but what we've learned, accomplished, and witnessed. I love that word, witness. I'm fucking throwing it in there. What we
What
witnessed
we
is
witnessed.
what we witnessed. Yes. God, I love this level of high. Oh, this is wonderful.
I
Yeah.
know. Mine too. I don't know.
Isn't
I
that the
was,
point? Yeah.
I don't know. How did I get on it?
Well, we talked about acclimated, and then we brought in the word witness, which I
No,
did.
you're
Of course, I did.
good. I was gonna
Yeah.
change the subject, like, completely into some, like, crazy ass stoner
Why?
shit.
Ah,
'Cause
God damn it.
No,
Okay,
you
all right. Let's
no,
turn the
keep
clock.
going. Keep going. You go
What do you mean you
ahead.
want me to keep going? Where do you want me to keep going to?
See? That's why I was gonna change the whole thing.
Damn, bro. See,
Bro.
this is not just a roller coaster, honey. This is a rocket ship to Mars.
A rocket ship!
This is basically where we don't know what to do and we're just making up
No,
shit along as we go. I love
I got an
this.
idea.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so this morning I was, like, on my phone,
Not on your
and it, like
period. But yeah, okay.
well, I just, like do you ever go into, like, a little crazy ass, like, Wikipedia search and then
Yes,
just, like,
100%.
research the shit out of something? What's the last
Yes.
thing that you, like, went nutto on and you just, like, just, like, searched it like crazy and you're like, "What the hell was this?" They say that that means that you're I mean, I think everybody does it, but they say that it means you're a little like, "Ee," and I do it, you know?
Well, I love cars
So
and
you, like, go search crazy on cars.
nuts. And then like I went even bananas when it came to my
Whoa,
car.
yeah, yeah, getting an
Nuts.
actual car. That's a search with meaning, though. You're, like, actually, like, looking for a fucking car. I just searched something that has, like, no purpose in knowing about. But, I mean, yeah, it was like an obsession. Like, you felt it, like, you were like, "I have to keep searching."
I have to keep on reading and reading and reading. Ooh.
You love your
Ah.
car.
No, you asked me what the last thing was, so that pretty much was the last obsession. I I love to obsess over things. Um, I I feel being a person that has like learning disabilities, I have a love and obsession with like colors and shapes and designs, and I love cars, I love music, I love architecture, I love nature, and again, kind of throwing this into like the groove, I love experiences. Put me in a fucking gentleman's club, honey, and give me a popcorn and a big cola. I'm good.
No, that's cool. I don't know. On my phone, they showed me like this like picture of Sharon Tate,
Ooh, okay.
and I
Interesting.
was like, "Ooh," like she just looks so happy. And of course, they like showed her smiling. And
Of
now
course.
when I look at people smile, I it's kind of been on my mind if you can see the lower like all of the person's teeth or not. And the way that she was smiling, like her mouth is like very, very open. You can see like all of her teeth on the bottom. And I'm quite sure that Facebook knows that I lost a tooth on the bottom of my mouth and that they taunt me often in some type of way. Is the way I feel about it. Like
What do you
they
mean? Elaborate.
okay, so like basically after I got my tooth, like I lost one of my teeth on the bottom row.
Okay.
A little bit later, I had used, like, my phone, like, the camera on my phone
Okay.
to
Yeah.
look, like, down in there with, like, my flashlight and, like, see it, you know? And then, like, I had, like, researched, in my Google searches and different things like that about, like, the lower row of teeth and, like, like, an extraction and it being, like, like, how it heals and different things like that. And then it started showing me ads on Facebook of, like, people who, like, need implants or people with, like, bad teeth or, like, pointing out, like, uh, basically, like, making it look awful to be missing a tooth is, like, what my type of advertisement turned into.
That's
And
awful.
then, all of a sudden there was like a TikTok video or like an ad saying that Britney Spears has no lower teeth because she's a crackhead. And I'm like, never have I ever heard anything about this or has anyone ever said anything about this ever. And then now I get an ad for something that's completely untrue on my phone trying to like, just, like, make it just sound awful and awful and awful,
Right.
Like, it just gets, like, worse and worse and worse. So today, it shows me this picture of Sharon Tate with big, giant smile. You can see the entire, like, bottom row of her teeth on, like, both sides.
I have to see this.
I don't know, but, like, I thought to myself, like, "Oh my god," like, she died that year, in the same as the photo, and it's just, like, it bothers me that she, like, married that guy, like, the same year that she
Well,
died. Like, it all
well,
just, like, happened, like, all, like, very, very
Roman,
quickly, and it's
Roman
like,
Polanski, he had
it's his
nothing to.
fucking fault. You don't get married and also die in the same year and it have nothing to do with your husband.
Okay, so first off, he has nothing to do with her murder.
I don't believe that.
Okay, what basically happened was
He's a fucked up man. There's no
okay,
way he's got nothing to do with it.
they came to the wrong house.
They killed 8 people.
No, because what happened was this.
I never watched any fucking documentaries and shit because a lot of it's fake.
No, this is
But go on.
actual. No, this is actual. You could check this up. I checked this. What happened was the Manson family. They were going after the person that owned the home. Okay, forgot what his name was, but the person that owned the home. The thing was, is the person that owned the home sold the house to to somebody, if I'm not mistaken. And then what happened was, I believe either Roman Polanski bought the house or he rented the house. And when they came there, they were expecting the original owner of the house. They were planning on killing him. And
They were
what
gonna kill his wife, is what you mean?
they were going to they were going to kill the owner of that house because Charles Manson basically the long story short was
No,
he
then why
pissed
would they end up killing her? Ripping a baby out of her and
because
shit.
they were you have to understand
Doesn't
these
sound
people
like enough motive to me.
no these people were tripping on
Yeah.
LSD. Like these people were mentally okay. You want to go down like a rabbit hole? We'll go down a rabbit hole. There was basically a CIA program where Charles Manson was a part of this, where they were going to dismantle the peace movement and basically make hippies out to be monsters across the globe. And when they did this with Charles Manson, where they taught him on how to use LSD and basically over time, like turn these people into zombies, like turn them into his like minions, like basically fucking brainwash people. And this is what they did. And it's just kind of like insane. It's just so fucking insane when you think about this whole story that this is the levels of craziness you can go when you go down the rabbit hole. That's my point.
I think it's pretty
Wild. Yes. Very
I
wild.
think it's I don't I just like I looked up, like who killed her and the one woman, Susan, she spent her entire life in prison and she was on parole and came, up to parole like over 30 times or some shit like that. And it was really, I wanted to see a video of her and see, like if she had changed. I guess just recently, being older, it really bothers me when they hold people in prison forever.
Who are you
Or
talking about?
one of the women that killed Sharon Tate,
Okay.
she lived her life in prison and she's only 18 years old when it happened. And I'm
Right.
just saying
Okay.
that it really bothers me, that kind of thing. And I looked on the internet for, do you know what I mean when I say that it bothers me? Like it bothers me that we hold people accountable for things that they did when they were 18 because I know that like I'm a totally different person.
Well,
And
if you take into the fact that the CIA had this program and Charles Manson was manipulating people and manipulating these teenagers, like brainwashing these poor kids, you know, how could you put them in front of a court and find them guilty? They're guilty of what? The crime, yeah,
yeah,
I
no, it's just like
agree.
it was pretty gruesome.
Yeah. It's like, where's the care? Like, where is the rehabilitation of you? I understand that they did a crime.
No, I'm saying the crime that they did was like insanely gruesome.
Horrible. Like, absolutely insane.
And so, I mean, so I just kind of feel like, honestly, I wanted to find a video of her talking and see like what she's like in her like late, years. And
She was
she
so
eventually,
pretty.
she was kind of pretty, yeah. And I just wanted to hear her talk about like what it's like to like still be held accountable for this thing that happened when she was 18. But she's still just terrifying because like what she did, so like I still, as much as I'm like she should have gotten out because she was only 18 and it's just not right, you still kind of worry about her, like you're like, I don't
Well,
know about you.
we're talking
Like, they
again,
never
like
let her out. It's not funny at all.
no,
Like I
no, it's
shouldn't
not.
laugh,
It's
but like
no, it is
there's a
kind
part of me that was kind of like, oh, but I don't know about you. Like,
like
like you still kind of,
you're not babysitting my kids. Tell you that right now.
there's
Uh-uh.
that. Like you're like, I know that
No.
you, yeah. Like I
Yeah,
don't know.
you murder
And
pretty people. You murder
then
pretty
like
people. She murdered
living
pretty
in
people.
prison forever is
That
can
sucks.
sometimes roughen a person, but that's not always the case. But I just I don't know, like, but then again, like, when they showed, like, videos of her, like, in the prison, and she's, like, made friends with everybody, and they all seem like a supportive, like, group, I was like, "Okay," like, maybe her life wasn't as terrible, or whatever, but and the only reason that she's alive is because they ended the death penalty in California, but she actually isn't alive anymore. But this was
She
all the little
did.
Googling that I, did, where I just, like, researched down, like, a little tunnel until I was like, "Whoa, that was a lot."
I love the just sheer beauty of just murder Sharon Tate, murder Sharon Tate, murder Sharon Tate. It's just ah
I don't know why
God,
Facebook showed it to me. I mean, I think they
so
wanted me to
random.
see her pretty teeth, you know? But it was like they knew what I wanted to see. It was like this
Oh, of course
picture
they
of
do,
Sharon.
honey. They know everything.
Creepy.
They know the panties that you wear. They know what your sheets look like. They know all your doctor's
Ugh,
appointments. I'm
stop. I don't even
sorry.
know my doctor's appointments.
They know your doctor's appointments. They know all your doctor's appointments. They
It's
made
creepy.
your doctor's appointments. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
The CIA.
And in a lighter note, Carissa needs a
Good
little
night.
bit. Carissa gets a little spotlight over here because she is a makeup artist, a fully licensed esthetician, candle maker. Okay, like insane, like really good candles. I love them. And a pug lover. And most importantly, she is super, super creative, and you should be definitely checking out. You should definitely check out the incredible work that she does
Well,
at Carissa the Beautiful.
yeah, I made my Instagram private, so
Oh,
yeah, that might just be like a temporary thing for a minute. Yeah, I think it'll go back, but I mean, you can always request, and I might like kind of look at you and then be like, oh, you're a fan.
RSVP. Okay, you got to RSVP now to be like on Carissa's social. So like, line up over here, ladies and gen. Okay, like this is serious.
Private needed to happen.
Yeah. Okay.
Otherwise, I'll make like a separate one, like specifically for everyone. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm gonna. We'll talk after the podcast about this. But in a lighter note, thank you so much for being here. Be sure to like and subscribe. We can't do this without you. Okay, we've been growing with you. We're now like over 100 subscribers on YouTube. This is fucking insane. It's insane.
Yay.
But be sure to check us out on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube at Lost in the Groove Pod. So that catch you on the next one. And I don't know. I'm fucking tired. Okay, take good care.
Get lost.
Get lost, bitches.